YouTube? It's KIAREY. I'm back with another video. Today's video is a highly anticipated video, highly asked for video. Today's video I'm going to be talking out about why I dropped out of college to trade full-time. So why did I put all my eggs in one basket of something that seems so insecure with a path of something that seems so secure? To give a little bit of a preface, I was top 10 of my class. I graduated with magna cum laude. I had a 4.2 GPA. I had the ability to go to college, and I was going to college. My plan was to go to UNLV, but obviously, as we all know, COVID happened. So I was graduating in class of 2020. So COVID had shut down right before all my end of the year senior festivities. So pretty much I didn't have anything to end my senior year off. So everything, all the rest of my senior year was online. We didn't do senior skip day, any of the senior stuff. We didn't do any of that. COVID happening was a blessing in disguise for me, because if COVID never happened, I probably would have been in college somewhere or just graduating this year. But yeah, I would have been just graduating as of like right now. I was gonna go to school for criminal psychology because I wanted to be a counselor, and I also wanted to do something with law. This is the reason why I knew that this wasn't for me, because I was just looking for something. I always said I wanted to be a lawyer because I could always argue. My reasonings for the reasons what I wanted to do in life were just because I felt like I had to pick something, because I didn't want to be a failure. I felt like college was the only route, and college isn't the only route. I felt like it was a secure thing, and I honestly feel like college is a scam. I feel like, why go get into debt when I can make more money out there and have my own time freedom, my own location freedom, and my own financial freedom. If I could have time and location freedom and I didn't have financial freedom, I would be 100% okay with that. COVID ended up happening, and I started getting into just ways to make money online, different things like that. I graduated, and I ended up, I was going to go to UNLV, and instead of going to UNLV, which is University of Las Vegas, which obviously isn't the best college, but I wanted to go there because they have palm trees, and I have a crazy obsession with palm trees, and I just love tropical good weather because I live in Colorado, so it's not the best, most tropical place ever. So I always aspired for that, and I didn't want to go to California because everyone I was going to school with wanted to go to California. So me being me, I wanted to be different. I ended up not going to UNLV, and I ended up going to a college in Denver, but it was online, so I got to stay at home. So I was like, I'd rather not be locked away with COVID away from my family. I'd rather stay with my family and be locked away with my family and stay at the crib. I was in college, so at this point, I'm going to Metropolitan State University. So at the point of me going to Metropolitan State University, I have this friend who I'm super close with through high school. She texted me in this group chat that I'm in one day and was like, have you guys heard of Forex? Like, pretty much trying to put me on IM Academy, if you guys have ever heard of IM Academy. She was really into the building part. She ended up paying for my membership for like the first month or so. I don't remember the exact theatrics of it because this was 2020 at the time. So I was getting really excited about the building part and the pyramid scheme part of it because it just sounded so good. And then I slowly realized quickly that this wasn't it. So then I was like, okay, direct me to who's trading. So I would get on calls. I would try to trade. I would try to get into the trading. I remember I was getting into these calls and I was trading regular Forex, and I had put $50 into account, and I had made a little bit of money on my first trade, and I had lost and blown the whole account. So after that, I looked up online how to make money online, because I was like, how to make money today. I need to make my money back. Like, I couldn't afford that because I was going to be moving to Arizona. So I'm saving for money to move to Arizona, and I'm moving away. And at this time, I already am aspiring to be a YouTuber. So I already have dreams of entrepreneurship, but I don't see it bigger than being a content creator. I see that people are only rich because they're content creators or they're famous. I didn't see that you can be a businesswoman and make a lot more money than people who are even content creators. Not to say that there's not a big bag in content creation, because there definitely is, but I'm saying for the simple factoring of I didn't have my mind open to the fact that people were actually making a lot of money in business. This pretty much what IM Academy did for me was open my eyes to the possibilities that trading, and that there were people out there, even though it was through a pyramid scheme. At the top of the top, there's people in the IM Academy Bryce Thompson and all those names making $500,000 plus, $750,000 plus a month. So I'm like, there's people out there making this with their own time and their own freedom, and they can do what they want. And there's doctors who are not even making that in a year, and they have to show up for 12 hours a day when they say what time they have to put in their time off. That's not the life that I wanted to live. So the IM Academy opened my eyes. They had a lot of mindset calls. They just opened my eyes to the possibility of being able to trade. Not even just trade, but just being able to make money. Sorry, my video just got done getting finished up. Yeah, so they just opened my eyes to the possibilities that money is out there and anybody can have money. Because most of the people in IM Academy were Black, just like me. So it was just an eye-opener. It made me comfortable enough to tell my mom, like, I wanted to drop out of school, because even though I was getting straight A's in college for my first semester, I was like, no, I'm not gonna stay in college. I'm not gonna stay in college if what I want to do doesn't even make the amount of money that I want to make. It doesn't make sense, this plus this to equal something, and it's not what I want. So me going to college for those 4 years, me doing this, me doing that, didn't equal the amount of money, me having the time freedom, me having the location freedom. So I talked to my mom, but at this time I was just really, I was still into the content creation. I talked to my mom and I'm like, Mom, like, there's so much money out there. Like, I believe in myself. I really feel like I can do something so much more. I want to be an entrepreneur. Like, I don't want to stay in college. And my mom was on board. And this was the most helpful thing ever throughout this whole journey, because my mom is the most supportive person ever. And she's always been like, she's very hip to entrepreneurship, and she's very hip to she's very in our generation, if that makes sense. Like, not in our generation, but like, she just understands where I'm coming from. So she's just like, you've always been smarter than that. Like, I'm just so proud of you for even like expressing that. So that was a huge help in my journey, because my mom was so open to the fact that this is something that I wanted to do. After the fact of her kind of giving me the okay, regardless, I was going to do what I wanted, because I was grown at this point and I was already planning to move to Arizona. So I was planning to move to Arizona with the person that I was with at the time, which I ended up doing. So then I dropped out of college. Then I stopped trading. I was really focused on DoorDash, because I was really focused on just making as much money as possible so that I can get moved out and so that I can just be on my own. And I wanted to separate myself so that I can elevate myself. I always knew that being in the bubble that I grew up in would not help me grow. So I ended up moving to Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona. It was a very fun time. The rent was expensive. It was a little of an uncomfortable situation, and I stopped trading along the way. I kind of just let it dwindle away for a little while. I don't really know why I ended up doing that, but I ended up not continuing to take trading serious. I ended up just door dashing all day, making like $300 a day, because I'm living in Scottsdale, a rich area. So I'm like, bet I can be making $300 a day. Do the math on $300 a day for 30 days. That's $9,000 a month. So that's easy math of like, why would I not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I not make this much money? And obviously I'm not making that every single day, but I'm making a lot of money in Arizona. Like, I'm making so much money door dashing, right? And so then after DoorDash starts slowing down, everybody starts picking up on DoorDash, because when I got into DoorDash, DoorDash and Instacart and Uber Eats and all the apps, I was doing them all at once. Nobody was really hip to them how I was. I was like, no, it was a widespread of information at one point in time, but I was doing it before the run hit. So yeah, my main focus was just maintaining myself, paying my bills. I had a dog, so I was just maintaining myself. I was paying the bills for the apartment pretty much by myself. I was pretty much making stuff happen, obviously with the help, because I was in a relationship with somebody at the time. But in Arizona, somewhere down the way, I'm like, okay, even though I'm making a decent amount of money and I'm living, I want to live. Like, I want to make money. I have location freedom, I have time freedom, because I'm able to drive back home and stay home and be home. But it was just, I was still limited to what I can make, and I couldn't make more than $300. I seen more money out there. My friend Chino at the time, he was also in the other group with Nadia. So the first group that I was introduced with IML, he texted me and he was like, hey, like, these people are actually trading in this group. Like, believe in me. Like, pretty much come to my team. So I'm not sure if he paid for my membership too or not, but I think he did. But I know he did at one point, but I don't know if it was like getting me in. But I was compelled to do it because one of my favorite YouTubers at the time, I fuck with him still, but he was just co-signing the group and talking about it on his channel too, so it just was a no-brainer. It was just it made me want to do it because I seen more from that group than just a facade and let me show you this nice car. It was more so a family, and we're actually trading, we're actually money, and he's traveling with them, and he's one of my closest friends, and he's actually doing stuff, going to Spain, going to Japan, actually doing these different things and making money. And regardless of if that came from trading or the building or wherever that came from, it showed me, okay, like, once again, money is out there. So then I ended up signing up with him. And shout out to Andrew, bro. Andrew is the person who has changed the whole game for me when it comes to trading, and the way I view that psychology is the most important, the way that I view market structure, the way that I view everything in the fundamental aspects of trading. I'm still in his group to this day. Andrew, shout out to Andrew, bro. Probably don't even know who I am, but like, he changed, he put risk to reward into perspective for me. I ended up signing, this is about 2021. This is when I'm living in Arizona. I ended up getting on his calls every single day. I'm on his calls. I'm asking questions. Like, I'm just making sure that I'm grasping the information, and I'm rewatching the calls. I'm in road trips. Like, I'm just on it. And then one day I kind of just fell off because I just was an inconsistent person in general, and I started looking into other business models. I started making money with other things because, like I said, once you taste entrepreneurship and you like it, and once you taste the freedom, and once you like it, you gonna keep going for that. So once even though I got trading out of my mind, I was like, okay, maybe I'll go back to trading when I already have money. Let's start another business. So I was like, okay, so I started getting into the agency stuff. You know, I was all Iman Ghazi, all that type of stuff. I got into drop shipping, Sebastian Georgiou, freaking Jordan Welch. I was on Jordan Welch bad. Still mess with his videos to this day, but like, I got very into all the other businesses, and then I started drop shipping stores. I was super excited. Prettiest stores, spent all the time, and then I was like, this just isn't for me because it's so much money that I need to put in, and I don't have the money because I just want to learn a skill and not have to put so much money in with that skill. So then at this time, I started learning about the prop space. This is when it's fresh, whatever the case may be. So then 2022 comes around, and I see a video of Swaggy C. At this point in time, I think I moved to Texas because Arizona was just too expensive. I see a video of Swaggy C. He's in the life of a day trader. It was an amazing video. It just motivated me, and it showed me that it was real outside of these programs. You don't have to be signed up. You don't have to learn from anybody. So I signed up for his it was like at a time where his thing was $81. I signed up for that. I'm signing up for people's stuff. I stumbled upon FX Alex G. FX Alex G has taught me a lot of market structure. I seen Lambo Raul. I was in the phase of watching Lambo Raul and freaking FX Alex G trade together whenever they were doing all the stuff when Alex had first started coming out with his YouTube channel. And that's the time when I had freshly, like, just getting into the podcasting, getting into the mindset side of it. Because even though I had the information side of it, I was swing trading and I was making some money, losing some money, making some money, but I was never ever, I was losing way more than I was winning. But then the YouTube side of it, I was never inside the YouTube side of it, because the way I Am Academy told you was like, they made it seem like, would a doctor go to YouTube University? So I was like, I can't even go to YouTube University. So, but then when I went to YouTube University, it actually helped me a lot. I'm all in with Swaggy C at this point. I'm loving his content. I love all those traders that I just named. And then that's when it started becoming realistic for me. I'm not with the group no more. I went and reached out to Andrew. He wasn't with IM anymore, but he had a course that he had a lifetime membership of. If you pay a certain amount, you can get into his Discord of the calls that he does and all these stuff. So I actually started doing that again. And so once I'm doing that, I'm living in Texas at this time. It's about June 2022. So June 2022, I ended up having a very, very strong trading plan. I was very excited. I was amped up. I was just super excited about everything. But I was just like, it felt too good to be true that I was getting it. So I wasn't making a lot of money. I was losing money making money. So then I went demo, because everybody was like, go demo, go demo. But then I was making money in demo. So now I was like, I gotta not be in demo anymore, because demo, I'm making way too much money and it's not realistic for my emotions. So I was like, okay, let me go back to live. Then I tried a prop firm. So then I was going live. I had been consistent on my live. It was like $100 accounts. Like, it was small accounts, but I was consistent nonetheless. So that everyone was just preaching consistency before you try to go prop firm. So I got consistent with small money, but percentages. I was paying attention to getting percentages done. So then I went to a prop firm. I went to top tier. I bought a $300K funded account for $1,000 on my credit card. Worst mistake ever. Don't ever buy a challenge with your credit card unless it's a business credit card. That's just crazy work. I don't know what I was thinking. Literally, I'm passing the challenge. Everything's going good. And then I'm in the challenge, and probably like 6 days into me trading the challenge, I ended up finding out that I was getting cheated on the whole time during that relationship, and that kind of crushed me. And if you know one thing about trading psychology is everything. Your emotions are everything. So my emotions being everywhere really messed up that challenge, and I kind of just stopped trading, and I didn't even feel motivated to do anything with my life because my heart felt torn out of my body. Because at this point in time, I was with that person for 2 years or so, 2.5 years, 3 years. I don't even remember that relationship at this point. It is what it is. That's just a point in my life. That's the only reason why I'm telling y'all. It's just a part of my story when it comes to trading, and just a part of my life in general. But 6 days later, I ended up failing that. I didn't fail the challenge. I just felt super depressed. And then, not to mention, my Grammy passed away right after I got cheated on. Probably like a month or so after I got cheated on. A month or so after I got cheated on, my Grammy passed. Not even a month or so. It was like a week or 2 weeks. My Grammy passed away. And luckily, I did get cheated on at that time, because my Grammy is my rock, my world, and she was everything to me. And she was the main person that I always told her, I'm gonna be rich, Grammy, like this, that, like I'm gonna give you the world. Like, she was like one of my main motivators to like even believing that entrepreneurship and success outside of the regular ordained ways and the way that the system wants you to do. She was the first person I was comfortable talking about that with. So that tore me apart even more. I tried to trade. I was just doing dumb stuff. I ended up failing the account. And at the time, this is the 30 days. So when the 30-day rule was a thing. So you had to pass your account 10% in 30 days. So obviously, getting cheated on and your grandma passing away in that first half, you're obviously going to fail the challenge. So that's $1,000 in the hole. I'm $1,000 in the hole, and then my life just starts trickling away. I go more and more in debt. And then eventually there was a lot of drama going on with the ex, because I was still living with her in Texas. But then we ended up splitting up. I ended up having to just come back home because it was just too much going on. I ended up coming back to Colorado and moving in back with my mom. And with trading, when it comes to just 2023 in general, I ended up falling out of trading because it was like just a lot of emotional. I was still trading, but I wasn't getting good results. I was on and off. I wasn't showing up every day. I was just inconsistent. So then October 2023, I decided to get a job at Amazon and say, I'm gonna work here until I don't have a job ever again. And at that point, I was just saying, like, if I do this and I work here till I don't have a job ever again, I have the ability to create a routine and not continue to go job for job, because I've gone from job to job to job. That's a whole nother story all in itself. I structured my schedule to where I would work weekends so that I wouldn't party, because I was partying super heavy when I first moved back, because I'm freshly single after being in a long-term relationship. Like, obviously I'm gonna be out here, you feel me? I was out there. Then I ended up meeting my girlfriend along the span of that time. So I ended up not meeting her because I've already known her. I've known her since 6th grade, but we ended up rekindling our flame during this time. But at the time, I'm already back at the gym. I'm back in my stuff that I was on before I got cheated on. And once I got cheated on, my emotions just trickled. And you know, if you know what it feels like to get cheated on when you think that you're in a good, healthy relationship, and especially being moved away from your family, you know that it causes really emotional, it hits hard, and you either spiral or you don't. And I kind of spiraled until I stopped spiraling. I'm here now. I've been working at Amazon for about 8 months now. This time around in October, I completely kept the fundamentals of the way I was trading before and market structure and all these things, but I went to indices, and I went to shorter time frames instead, because I was like, I'm not patient enough to stay in these trades. I'm just not a patient person. And the best thing in trading is to just know something about yourself and then trade according to the style of you as a person. But yeah, that's pretty much the story to this day, to where I'm just navigating and figuring it out. I have a lot of skin in the game, but the skin in the game isn't inconsistent. This is the most consistent I've been, which is 9 months of just being consistent, showing up to the chart no matter what every single day, back testing, trying different strategies, trying this, trying that. I've gotten the most results, I've seen the most wins, I've gotten the most money since I have turned into this version of me. Yeah, so this video was why I dropped out of college and just my journey with trading up until now, how Forex changed my life, how Forex changed my mind on life and entrepreneurship and all those different things, and just my journey with everything. I was yapping, but I feel like this was a useful video because this was just my journey in general and how I got to where I am today. And eventually there's going to be another video of how I got from then all the way to having the nice cars, clothes, shoes, and being able to be financially free, travel the world, time free and location free. You guys are gonna see the whole journey, but I had to catch y'all up on what y'all missed out on. You feel me? So yeah, videos are just gonna keep getting better and better. Thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this point of the video, make sure you're getting 1% better every day. Make sure you guys are not making any excuses, because nothing. It's been KIAREY, and I am out. Peace.